I'm gonna be showing you how to make an Easter wreath, and it goes along with a story as well. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so moving on to what we have to do for our Easter wreath. For starters, your teachers will be providing you with the papers and the link, which you will be able to download those papers via email or the group chat that you have with your parents. So yeah, and moving on to our materials, we are going to be needing markers, color pencils, or you can use crayons, whichever ones you prefer. It does not matter since you're going to be coloring with them. And then you're going to be needing foamy, you're going to be needing scissors, you're going to be needing a ribbon, you're going to be needing also a hot glue gun or glue, a glue stick. So it does not matter which one you use. I'm going to be using the hot glue gun. Please, if you do use a hot glue gun, please make sure to ask your parents for help because you do not want to get burned since it really hurts a lot. And I'm going to be showing you in the next slides how the drawings came out for me and how they were colored. Okay, so as you saw from the previous video or slides, as I said before, I colored it, and now here is what my semi-final thing will look like. It's just a preview of it, not completely. As you can tell, I cut all the drawings and the stories, and this is something that it's gonna be looking like at the end. Also, I cut the Easter wreath, so I'm also gonna tell you how to do that. Okay, so now we're going to be moving into our foamy part, which is the Easter wreath. So what I did was, as you can tell from the foamy, I really cut it into a big circle just because I felt that the story was not going to fit in a small circle. And what you can do is you can trace a plate or something similar, or you can ask your parents for help. And then after that, I drew a smaller circle here, which I later cut in half. I folded it and then I cut it from here with scissors. And then I just went ahead and did this. And then I just started to cut it all around. And it gave us the wreath that we're gonna be putting our pictures in. Okay, so now it's time for the ribbon part. As you can see, I already cut off a little piece of my ribbon, and I turned it to the side, the wreath, where I traced it with a marker. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be pasting my ribbon into the wreath. So I'm gonna be using the hot glue gun. And again, please be very careful if you do this or ask your parents for help. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna put a little dab here so it holds in place. And then after I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and close this here like this. And leave it there like that, and you let it dry it for a bit so it looks coming out like this. Okay, so now we're going to move into the drawings and into the story. So for me, I'm gonna start putting the first as Jesus enters Jerusalem. And I'm gonna go ahead and start sticking the drawings in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put a dot of silicone where I want the palm to go. And I'm going to go ahead and put it here like this. And then after that, I'm gonna put the donkey, and I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna put actually the donkey on top of the palm. So again, I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna put a little bit here like this again. And then the donkey like this. And then the Bible verse is gonna go here like this. And that's how you start building up your Easter wreath. And I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward a bit to show you how it looks afterwards. As you can tell from the last time I left you, I was at the beginning. Now I'm finishing at the end with the story. So I'm gonna just show you how I'm gonna finish pasting this. So as I showed you when I first started, it was something that you just needed a little glue or more glue if you needed to add in more spaces. So I'm just gonna go ahead and calculate here where I want to put exactly the Holy Spirit. So I'm just gonna say I wanted to put it there so it doesn't cover the story and it fits there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little glue here like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the Holy Spirit here. And then it's when the Holy Spirit comes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this one here like this. And I'm gonna paste it. And that's how it will look, and I'm gonna show you the finishing looks right now. Okay, so now I'm done gluing everything together, and here is our final look at our Easter wreath with the story. So I hope this brought you a lot of joy to do, and I hope it was very fun to do, and you learned with it, of course.